The lawyer had written formally to Madame Roza Mojeska. He'd telephoned late and early. He'd left brisk messages on the answer machine. He'd written more letters. He'd trailed Roza around Warsaw in that battered blue 2CV, pleading his case through an open window. Undeterred by the constant refusals, he turned up cold and knocked on Roza's door. He'd pushed lightly against the frame, with Roza shoving back from the other side. He'd flicked a business card through the closing gap, and now he was having another go, late on a Sunday afternoon. Blast him! Roza had only looked out of the kitchen window by chance. She'd just thrown back a bison grass snifter, on her doctor's orders, and was about to rinse the glass when she glimpsed that car parked on the main road 3 floors down. Which meant the lawyer must be on his way up. "There's no stopping him," muttered Roza. "He's brought a sleeping bag. He won't leave until I give in." Without grabbing a coat or knowing where she was going, Roza slammed the door behind her and ran down the corridor towards the fire escape that led to a courtyard of bins and slumped refuse sacks. She might be 80, but Roza could move. Every day she walked through the city, going nowhere in particular. The exercise kept her strong. It burned up the energy of untold memories. They were burning now, as she nipped across the yard and entered the dark passage that linked her block of flats to a neighbouring complex. She hurried close to the wall, her gaze fixed on the autumn light framed by stained concrete. A plan was forming. She'd head into town and hang around the Palace of Culture and Science. A gift from the Soviets. She liked to imagine its demolition. Stepping into the warmth and light, Roza paused. There were children in the quadrangle. 2 girls turned the rope while a third skipped, her white dress bright and clean, flying like bunting in the wind. A boy in a tracksuit, bored and brooding, sat on a step offering advice and insults. "Do they know your story?" came the voice. Roza turned wearily to her side. Leaning on the wall, legs crossed, hands in his tatty jean pockets, was the lawyer. He'd kept his good shoes on. Roza always noticed shoes and clothing. It had come with life in an orphanage, that never-forgotten world of shapeless hand-me-downs and patched elbows, and they still hadn't been polished. "They need to hear what you have to say." "Will you ever leave me alone?" asked Roza quietly. "I doubt it." The lawyer didn't smile, but his mouth made the shape in sympathy. "All the others have passed away. You're the last, Roza. You're the only one who knows what happened in that prison. You're the only one who can bring justice to that most unjust time." Roza closed her eyes. She listened to the whip of the rope as it struck the ground. She frowned as the girls countered triumphantly against the boys' jaded mockery. A small part of her surrendered. Sebastian Voigt, 30-something, unshaved, and endowed with a charm as exasperating as it was unconscious, worked for the Institute of National Remembrance, a body formed inter alia to preserve the memory of patriotic resistance against tyranny and, coming to Mr. Voigt's neck of the woods, to prosecute crimes committed by officials of the former communist state. There was no statute of limitation. The guilty could not escape judgment. All that was required were witnesses. Then the law could take its course. Roza didn't know why Sebastian rehearsed all the technical stuff. She'd already read it in the letters, heard it from a car window, and listened to the endless messages. Perhaps spelling out the government's intentions was meant to insinuate an obligation to cooperate.